hello subscribers, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mechanical You. We have been meeting after a very long time or a very long break. So today I'm here to share some important terms related to automobiles. So the first or the most basic term I would like to share with you is the frame or a structure. A frame or a structure is the most basic component in a vehicle. A frame or a structure is like the skeleton of a human being. All the components are mounted over the frame, and it absorbs all the shocks, it absorbs all the weight of the frame or which is applied to the frame. Now there are two types of structures: a body on frame structure or a frameless or a monocoque structure. So let us first discuss the body on frame structure. Now a body on frame structure is mainly used in SUVs. So we can derive that it should be a sturdy and it must be heavy. Not necessarily, but it is mainly heavy. So why is it such? So body on frames, in a body on frame structure, the body or the cabin of the car is mounted separately over the frame, or we can say that the frame is not integrated, it is not or the body is not an integral part of the frame. So the main advantage of this type of structure is that it absorbs the shocks well, and it also has high rigidity and good resistance to shocks. Now let me talk about monocoque or frameless structure. This is the most commonly used structure nowadays, or which we see in the most of the cars, which is mostly hatchbacks and sedans or crossovers also sometimes. Now in this structure, the body itself is a frame, or we can say that there is no separate frame or no separate body which is mounted over the frame. So it is light in weight. We can derive it from the definition itself. It must be now we can say that the body on frame structure is mostly used in SUVs which have high ground clearance. So SUVs have we all know that SUVs have very bumpy or uncomfortable ride while. So we can say that a frameless structure, which is mostly used in SUVs and sedans, they have very stable ride compared to SUVs. So we can say that they provide stable ride and are light in construction than body on frame structures. The most basic terms which are used in automobiles, which are used to specify automobiles. So the first or the most basic term, or which we can see in most of the brochures of the automobiles, is the wheelbase. Wheelbase means in the distance between the center to center distance between the two wheels in the front and the rear, which it is the smallest in hatchbacks and the highest or the longest in the sedans. Then comes track width. Track width means it is a horizontal measure. It is a center to center distance between two wheels located either on the front or at the rear of the vehicle. This is the track width, and this is the wheelbase. Now the third term is ground clearance. Now as a layman or as a normal person, we would actually be confused that ground clearance means the height of a vehicle from the ground, or the height of the lowest of the part of the body from the ground. But it's not true. Actually, ground clearance means the height of the lowest part of the body from the ground, or the distance between the lowest part of the body and lowest point of the body, rather specific, from the ground. So this is the base. This is the most confusing terms in if a normal person goes to buy a car or goes to see a car, and if he sees some car which is lifted from behind, or he comes to a conclusion that it has a good ground clearance. But instead, if we look in like buses, so buses have actually higher body, high height of the body, but the differential, which we will learn in the next classes or the upcoming videos, the differential is the lowest part of the body, which is lower than the body, which lowers the ground clearance ultimately. So this is the important terms. This is the most important term. As a mechanical engineer, you should be differentiating from a layman or a normal. Please pardon me for the figure, but so the last term we are discussing is turning radius. What is a turning radius? So turning radius is the distance of the center of the inner tire or the inner wheel to the instantaneous center of the vehicle, which results while taking a turn. So this is actually the radius, which can be denoted by r, or the turning radius. So from this figure, you may be noting that both lines are making different angles with different tires. So yes, it is a fact that both the tires or both the wheels of the vehicle do not move in a parallel direction, but they are at a different degree of at a different angle, which is the result of an Ackermann steering system, which we will be learning in the section of steering systems. So this is the turning radius, and hope you have all understood what I have been trying to teach you, or what I have been trying to convey to you. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Let's meet in the next video.